well, I joined the Lions Club officially probably in October, so I've been about 5 months, but I've been active
Hmm.
for maybe about 8 months in my club that's out of Bellevue Community Center. Um, I've just been nominated to be on the board. We have like 148 members, and I'm newly going to the board and I'm joining the board in July. And I just did a leadership summit, a 3-day leadership retreat with the called the Ellie. It's Emerging Lions Leadership. It's the Emerging Lions Leadership Institute, and the a few years ago, one of the sitting international presidents from a few years ago came in on the last day, that Sunday, to present our our graduation pins, and
Hmm.
we were talking about some of my programs, and out of nowhere, this guy says, "Well, the Lions are doing our International Week of Service in 2027. Is actually coming to the United States, and it will be in DC. So to have this man recognize um, the impact of what I'm doing and say that one of my programs need to be part of the Global Week of Service, and we're talking about when 10,000 Lions from across the globe come together for a week of service projects. So the impact,
Mm.
let's say, last year they were in Kenya and they were doing just some of the things that they were doing just to give the impact. They vision screened 1,200 children a day. So that's the type of
Wow.
impact. So to be, and I know exactly what campaign that I would definitely have us children, Leos as well as the Lions, doing in DC, and it's actually called the Will You campaign, which is where it's actually I created it for my daughter last year for her because she wanted to get a Instagram page. So I said, if you want to get an Instagram page, it would be under this Will You title. And what it is that we would be uh, just doing like guerrilla style on the street cam, stopping people, asking if we could
Hmm.
ask them 2 questions on camera. And
Hmm.
if they were to say yes, it's very simple, something to the effect, I don't have it in front of me, but something to the effect of, no matter what we look like, uh, despite what we believe, will you choose to be kind? So imagine having
That's kind of dope.
kids and adults alike on the streets of DC asking politicians and constituents alike, will you choose to be kind?
Yeah, that's dope.
It, it's one or two. Either you're going to say
Yeah,
yes, and then
yeah,
you
that's
have to
dope.
then you have to hold you to that, or either you're going to say no, and somebody may catch you saying, "Wait, was that Ivan that just told those kids no?" So
Hmm.
you're saying that you're not a kind person, or you won't choose kindness. So it's
Yes, so
it's such a
trickery.
dope.
That's
It,
trickery.
absolutely. So
I'm
it's
gonna call it what it is. It's dope trickery.
hey, listen, you either are or you're not. So here, this is what I was saying. So in that time period of traveling across 9 states, plus DC, in this
Hmm.
and right about now we're talking about 220 days in, and I'm just shy of more than, but I
Right.
was only counting the people that I've had name and exchange or exchanged a business card with. I'm just shy of 4,000 people in 220 days that I've spoken to about this organization and just planting that seed of kindness. So in that time period, along with all the things that I had been doing over the past 20 plus years in leadership,
Hmm.
it's allowed me to compartmentalize society into 3 buckets: kind, unkind, and superficially kind. And everyone fits in one of those buckets.
That's I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see
And the
that. Yeah.
reality is, yeah, and the sad part about it is some people, and it's in real life, we'll see them when they're caught on camera and they're acting out. It's some of these folks don't even realize that they are superficial with their kindness, because to them they believe that their niceness or their acts of kindness kind of set the tone for who they are when
Right.
it's an act. So if it's
Yeah.
not authentic, it's an act. Which is
And
why
right now,
I don't like the term acts of kindness. I actually want to abolish that term.
do you really?
Yeah,
Do
because
you really?
kindness isn't an act. Kindness isn't an act; it's an action. Which is why my hashtag on any email I send, or text messages, or even my post, it's actively choose kindness because it's an action. You have to actively do it.
I feel it. I feel you. I feel you.
Actively choose
Yeah,
kindness. Yeah. So
that's dope.
you I'd like to have you to come on my podcast as well. I just relaunched my dad dialect speaking the language of
Oh,
fatherhood podcast, and it's actually going to be recorded as well, and it's this go around. I created it back during the pandemic, but this go around it's the dopest thing ever. The fact that I am relaunching an active daycare, the first institution that we hand our children off to, and the very same institution that most fathers are ostracized or blocked from, is where
okay.
I'll be taping conversations with fathers and about fathers in a daycare. It's a beautiful
Okay.
thing. It's an amazing
That's
thing.
dope.
Yep, yep, yep. Passion Care Academy, right out of Newcastle, is where I tape
Passion
at.
Care
So
Academy.
yeah, they have two locations, and the what's so amazing about what I'm doing is that so many people, like again, talking to nearly 4,000 people. There's people that look at me like I have five heads when I'm like, oh yeah, I'm on
Yeah.
this mission to heal the world with kindness. They're like, what? I actually literally had some guy say to me, oh, you seem to be a pretty bright guy. Why would you want to do this?
Wow. Well, he must have
And that,
sucked. His life was horrible.
listen, people, because people, this is the thing. People think that kindness is subjective.
Hmm.
It's not.
Yeah.
Kindness is as absolute as gravity. It doesn't
So let me.
change.
No, I agree. I'm with you 100%. So I remember one time we used to have this thing right when I first started. Um, we first started, and we used to make sure that we were out in the streets, right?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
God, I'm gonna send you the video. It was us just had we like need a hug, right? Let need a hug.
Hmm.
So if we were just trying it, it was 20. It was about 2018, 2017, and we were just running out there, and man, so many people gave us hugs. We didn't know who they were, right? It
Hmm.
was so dope. It
That
was so
it is,
wonderful.
and it is, and
It
I
was so life changing. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Totally life changing. People were coming. People were just walking up to us, giving us hugs. White, black, gay, straight, it didn't matter. People, it was so dope, right? And
Hmm.
I want to get back to that. I want to get back to that. We used to like just go out and buy people lunch at the trucks. It was funny. Look, so the name of it was Random Acts of Kindness.
No worries. I mean, listen, because the thing is, what you were doing, they were those were action moves.
Yeah,
So you were
yeah,
doing it. So you were
yeah.
actually in the trenches and doing it. And it's very simple. I mean, it's very similar to this Kind Words takeover so this Kind Words campaign is a campaign that I created to take into schools, but
Mm,
it's also a takeover so that I can do it in the streets, and which
right.
I've been doing. So to say that I've gotten hugs from people many times because they're so overwhelmed by, I guess, the
Yeah.
fact that someone's out there actually doing something like this. I I did an after work a kind words takeover at an after work mixer
Hmm.
in Cherry Hill, where Mimi Brown is the host. It's a multiple promoter kind of thing, and I
Hmm.
did their takeover May 1st, and I was there
Kindness
for maybe
takeover. That's
about
so
two
dope.
hours. And they're
That's
like,
so
"Oh, you
dope.
got to be. You're part of. You're. Thank you. I appreciate it." They're like, "You're part of the team, so you have to do it all the time now." And the impact of that one night, like I had a recording, up and coming recording artist give me like a 2 minute testimonial on how dope this was, and I recorded a lady writing because I
Hmm.
just liked the way her hand was moving. And when she was done, I kind of showed her the video, like, "Hey, I didn't ask. I wanted you to see what I this is what I got. And she just
Mm.
looked at me and I was like, are you okay? I was like, everything all right? And she just threw her arms around me and and I
Wow.
embraced her and she whispered to me that she had cancer and she was just saying,
Mm.
she just kept saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. Like, it's just, that's what happens when some people are so overwhelmed where I've had people ask me if I needed a hug after I told them
Mm.
about this when I was like, sure. Or if you would like, or if you would like a hug, I'll hug you as well. Like I've had people
Mm.
just I had a one lady ask me, was I trying to bring her to Jesus? I mean, it's just it's just the way people respond to it because
What
I
they
don't think
say?
that people yeah
He was gonna
it's
get it.
it's it's been really like such a sometimes an overwhelming experience because I set out to do this because it was on my heart to do. And actually, this is my purpose for life. I'm not doing anything else. This is it. So this organization has to thrive because there is nothing else for me on this planet to do other than
Mm. Mm.
execute this. And
That's
and
strong.
the way that I'm moving with this execution, Ivan, I'm literally I'm thinking about crowdfunding because I want to bring I want to create a kindness hub where I can bring all of my programs in one place so that I can show proof of concept that one universal kindness is 100% attainable,
Right.
and I'll show you how. And I'll show you how I created this kindness pledge that would be a pledge that would supersede all the code of conduct. So anyone that I would hire or anyone that would vend for anything that I would be doing once I, get a brick and mortar, they would have to take this kindness pledge in order to work with me
You
or
know,
work for me.
there's a a, a a business. What were they called? They went around there like the Fun Factory, right?
Hmm.
And they would go around. Their model was they would go around the corporations and like do things, play games, whatever. It was so dope, right?
Hmm.
I can see along the same lines, right? Like,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now I'm wearing floral, right? So like what I did was again seeing a need. So far I've created three kindness holidays that I celebrate and I try to get well right now and I have people are joining in to celebrate. So this is year two of for the month of May, we celebrate flower friends. So what I do is I wear a floral print every single day for the month of May. So anyone that I see wearing flowers, I say, "Hey, flower friend, thanks for celebrating the holiday with me." And last weekend, or last Thursday, Friday, I did a kind words takeover at Milk and Honey, where I
Hmm.
also gave out flowers to everyone who participated in the kind words takeover because it was part of my
That's dope.
flower friends, holiday. And then the other two is twice a year I celebrate 31 Days of Plaid. So we
Okay,
just passed it in March. So in March, while a lot of folks are celebrating March Madness, there's a group of us celebrating March Pladness.
I love it. I love
And
it.
then in October, we'll be coming on our second annual,
Hmm.
not Oktoberfest like everyone else. We'll be doing Plaidtoberfest. So
Okay,
again, what
okay.
that means is that I wear plaid every single day for the month, so that anyone that I come across, so it doesn't matter who you are, male,
I
female, gay, straight, whatever, if you're wearing plaid, then I'm saying, hey, thanks for celebrating the holiday with me. And they're like, wait,
I know you
what
got a hell
holiday?
of a wardrobe if you can go 30 days for like five holidays. Which God dang, bro.
Well, I realized I had so this is what it was. It was like I realized like a lot of people are this is what you see. They're walking
Right?
around. So there's
Yeah,
no
yeah, yeah,
engagement. So I was like,
yeah, yeah,
so what can I do about that? So I
yeah.
created um, a no cost kindness push campaign, which is a gentle nudge towards social interaction. Anybody can do it. And so mine's was, oh, I have all this plaid. I'll use plaid as the conduit to be able to do that. And so it just took off.
Okay.
So here we are in going and we've done I've done my second year of March Gladness. This is now my second year of Flower Friends, and then in October will be our second year of Plaidtoberfest. So I mean,
That's
and
dope.
people love it. So
That's dope.
yeah. So anytime
That's
that you're
dope.
wearing plaid during those months, just say, "Hey,
You gonna have to
anybody else you
remind me.
see, thanks for hollering."
You,
Absolutely,
you gonna have to
absolutely. I will
remind me,
definitely
bro.
remind you.
I have the month coming up, bro. Like, get your plaid
Absolutely.
ready. Get your plaid ready.
Get your plaid ready.
Oh man, that's what's up.
Yeah,
So tell
yeah,
everyone
yeah.
that you got something going on.
So again, this coming Tuesday, the 26th, come down to the Academy for Peace at 203 North Market Street for a kindness clinic. A kindness clinic, you guys are probably like, what is that? A kindness clinic is a drop-in center where folks can request kind words and share kind words. The space is staged for.
My bad. I hit the
No, no
wrong button.
worries.
You said it's play staged. I don't know what the hell I did.
Yeah. Hang on one second, Ivan.
All right.
What's up? Well, sneeze upstairs, boy. My kids are crazy. He's standing right here, and then you're going to do it. Boy, go away. He's standing right here. To oh, I got to sneeze. I'm like, he's waving this napkin at me, and I'm like, what are you trying to tell me? I got to sneeze. He could have gone anywhere, just other than right here. But anyway,
Right.
that's a 12-year-old. But so the space is staged for at your pace healing. So what that means, Ivan, is let's say you come in and people are just pouring into each other. There's kindness and encouragement just being poured into each other, and it may be a little overwhelming for you because, like you said, some people don't know what kindness is, or some people have never been in spaces where people are authentically speaking encouragement to them. So that may
True.
be overwhelming. So it's at your space, it's at your pace healing. So if you come in and it's overwhelming, then you hang out in this observation area and let that wash over you, and then you gravitate to that healing circle. And it may not even be
Right.
at that session. You may have to
Right.
come to another session because let's say for you or for one of your listeners, they may come in and that's all great, but my check is short. And so when that session is over, that was great, but my check was still short. So what I would say to them is that the fact that they've come into the room means that they know that whether they know it for sure or they
Right.
unknowingly know it, they're part of
Right.
that 54% of Americans that are struggling with bringing workplace stress home with them. So the fact that they came into the room means that they want to do something about it.
No, I got you
So
100% on that.
yeah, it's one of those things where it can kind of, I mean, after time, you will really feel that. I mean,
Right.
April 30th was the proof of concept of both of these things. So April 30th, this kindness after work party, this kindness celebration was a merger of both concepts, the kindness clinic as well as kind vibes only mashed together. And it was a whole program, and it went so well that we didn't even get through the program. We made it from the welcome mixer to the first exercise to the wellness and silhouette section when it was probably about 8 or 10 things that should have been happening because
Wow.
the first kindness exercise was speak kindness, and I started speaking to my DJ who came from Philadelphia, and I was just speaking and thanking him for doing that. And so folks were just thinking I'm just shouting him out because of what he did, but I'm shouting him out
Right.
because he's been rocking with me from my Say It in Silhouette days.
Right.
And I'll tell you about what that is in a second. But and then I handed him the mic, and so he starts talking to me, and I was like, no, bro, no. This is the exercise. It's speak kindness. You got to speak it to someone else. You know me. So
Right.
he had to find someone else in the room to speak some kind words to, and then hand the mic off to that person. And then it just went through. And by the time it got to about the third person, I believe it was Cynthia Posey, who is a psychiatrist, and she just amped it all the way up because she spoke kindness to like 3 or 4 different people in the room. And then she just set the tone at that point that people were just speaking kindness into multiple people throughout the room, and then it turned insular into me, where people were thanking me and speaking kindness to me for creating this space. Moss was there. She spoke.
Wow.
Um, Eunice LaFate was there. These folks are my champions for this. Like, I just saw her last week, and she's like, we have to do something together. So like,
Right.
that's the impact that these folks are, that are, you know, legendary in their own right, legendary in their own field, legendary in the state of Delaware, and here they are speaking to me and telling me, hey, I want to be a part of what you're doing. And that's an amazing thing for me.
Yeah.
Especially
That's
when I'm
dope.
here. Yeah, yeah. Especially when I think about that guy that said, why would you want to do this? I won't ever let that go, because it's just like, what do you mean? But
Right.
it's an amazing thing to be able to be in this space and place, to be able to bring kindness in such a way. So I deem it kindness reimagined. All these things that I'm doing are things that possibly other people have thought of, but not in this, and not in this spectrum. Like, for
No, I get you.
example, I've created programs, campaigns, and experiences for everyone from toddlers to seniors, from mental wellness to speed dating, because all those areas need to be infiltrated with 100% kind centered content, and keeping the space completely locked in to this kind center environment. So, like, for example, the Kindness Clinic is a space for acknowledgement without judgment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's everything. So when I talk about from mental wellness to speed dating, mental wellness. So I created this show, and I'm going to be bringing it to Delaware. It's been on hiatus since September, but I'm bringing it to Delaware probably in June. And it's called Say It in Silhouette. It's a mouthful, I
Okay.
know. Say It in Silhouette. It's a spoken word and micro art exhibition. So the show per se is the actual micro exhibition. So let's say you're an artist, any medium. All I ask is that you have enough pieces to continue to captivate the audience, and you have a micro talk about your
Right.
work,
Right.
or the processes or whatever. But the open mic is mental wellness in plain sight, Ivan, because how it works is, you could be right here in this, you could be there the whole day or the whole night, just rocking out with the audience, and then you're up next and no one has
Right.
any idea, because you won't come out to name, you won't come out to number, you phase out to a hook of a song, and then bam, you're in silhouette, you do your thing, whatever that is,
Mm-hmm.
movement and or sound, and then when you're done, that hook will play again, and then that's when you step into the light, and that's when you're revealed.
That's dope.
So
That's dope.
so it's called, thank you. So it's called Say It in Silhouette, and it's a mouthful, I know, but it's an acronym that I coined as SEES, SIIS, because it was created for you to be able to share your inner soul through the image of your silhouette, SIIS. And then my hope is that the audience is so locked in that they're seeing your inner soul, but as it's emerging through the image of your silhouette, because again, they have no idea who you are, what you look like, until again you step into that light. And once you do that, at that point, it doesn't even matter what you look like. What you've done, what you've performed, or what you've put out has imprinted on me so much that I just got to know who you are.
Right. Right. That's kind of dope.
So that's the concept behind that. So and again, it's created for those artists that, or for those folks that are suffering from stage fright, outward appearance, acceptance. Somebody made them feel like they don't belong on anyone's stage or screen, or perhaps like your daughter, maybe your dad. You're supposed to say I'm
Mm-hmm.
dope. So maybe she doesn't really believe it
Right.
until she does it, and then her peers or someone else says, yo, that was dope. Oh, I love that. And
Yeah.
that's how it works. And it's been so
Yeah.
transformative.
Yeah. No,
So
you're
so I
absolutely
coin
right.
all this stuff kindness reimagined, because I'm just reimagining how we can bring kindness into the world and make it cool, make it dope, make it something that people want to be a part of, because some people think kindness is weakness or corny or this or that. No, not at all. Kindness is the end all be all.
You're right.
End all be all. So yeah, so it's those types of things, and I'll give you a brief rundown on one of these speed dating concepts. So my crown jewel speed dating concept is called blind mate speed date. It's an unmatched experience placing substance before sight. The men are blindfolded and the women have to come with substance.
Okay.
So they can't say that of course, look at what she's wearing. Of course, he's going to choose her because he has no
Hmm.
idea what she looks like.
Okay.
So those types of concepts where people think pop the balloon and those types of things are so entertaining, and I think that they're outrageous because it looks like people go on them not to find relationships or love, but to see if they can go viral because of the foolishness that they can say. That's not looking for love or looking for a relationship. That's looking for clout.
Right.
Different thing altogether.
I like it.
So what's your thoughts?
I think it's dope. I think just the whole joint of just kindness and how you just took it and made it a ecosystem is
Absolutely.
fire.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I mean,
Yeah, I
because
think
it totally
that's
is an
really,
ecosystem.
yeah. I think that's really, really dope.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so. I created six things on Sunday night that I was up that from 8 o'clock from around 8 p.m. I went to pick up my children from my ex-wife. I think around 8:30. So from like 7, I could not sleep. I didn't from like 7 Sunday night till about 5:36 in the morning. I was working on uh, 4 different programs and 3 different things that are um, books that I believe could actually be movies and or shows, and they are from what I poured into them, absolutely incredible. I mean, like the depth of the storyline, the way that I intertwined my actual
Mhm.
organization into these fictitious um, worlds is just crazy. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm so charged with. I can't wait to get one of them out, and I hope to have one out before the end of summer because that's
that's
how
tough.
dedicated I am to doing it, to
That's
writing
dope.
it.
That's
Yeah.
dope. Well, look, man, I'm great
Yep.
call.
Yep.
I've been here 18 hours. I'm getting tired.
Whoa. Have you? Wait. Where are you
Yeah.
home or are you at the
I'm at the
studio?
station. I'm at the studio. I'm
What in the
upstairs in
world are
the
you doing at the station?
bro. That's what I do. I
Oh,
create
right,
stuff.
because today was live today.
Yeah, the day was it's like this every night. Every night. Like it's I get to I got my own studio. I'm
Yep.
so
Yep.
blessed.
So about you, I'm not to cut you off, but about your studio, I do have an idea for you, and I know that
Mhm.
I know you're trying to start something. I saw you were in the beginning stages of starting a program, and I have an idea for you to
Well, let's
kind
talk
of fast
offline.
track that program.
Let's talk
Absolutely,
offline. Yeah,
absolutely,
let's talk offline about
absolutely.
that.
Yeah, yeah. No,
I'll
we should have a lunch or something.
I text me real quick and I'll text you the link. I'll text you my calendar. All right,
Okay.
and then we can just go from there. But yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you should go get some rest. How's the family? Everybody's good?
Everybody's great, man. Everyone's great. My
Awesome, awesome.
shoot, everyone's great. But yeah, let's do that, and then I'll hit you, and then we'll make it happen. All right.
Absolutely.
All
Yep.
right. Have a
Thank
good
you
night,
for
man.
having me on. I appreciate
You
it.
got
This
it.
is a dope
And
concept.
I
Dope
think it's gonna be
concept.
really dope. Every night, if
I,
I do it
I
like every night for like an hour, like 7 to 8, I'm just thinking. I'm gonna just I like to run pilots.
wow.
I like to run pilots and just like to see because again, this is a new software I'm messing with, and I'm like I'm
Okay.
thing at the bottom of the screen. I could do this. I could do that. Boom, and it's simple. And it's simple, right?
Okay.
What I learned yesterday, the boys say better to be better. It's better to be clear than clever. You know what I mean? So yeah, but
Yeah. Well, you, man. You're doing it. I mean, you're saying every day, man. The commitment you're talking about. I mean, you're doing amazing things. Like you need
thank
to
you,
flowers, applause. You're
thank
doing
you.
amazing things. I mean, I remember when I first met you at the Every Man Counts tea
Yes.
party,
Oh
and
God, yes.
and
Yes.
bro, you're doing
Yes.
amazing things. And
Yes.
I mean, like, if nobody said it to you, and I'm pretty sure they
Thank
have,
you.
let somebody that is just watching from afar tell you, I admire everything that you're
Thank
doing.
you.
I have,
Thank you.
and I do. You're doing
Thank
amazing
you.
things.
Thank you so
Absolutely,
much, bro. All right, text me
trailblazer,
and I'll
trailblazer.
man, don't make me cry, man. It's too late in the
No,
night.
I'm just
Uh,
saying. There's the flowers. I mean, you asked me what was I doing for kindness. There you go. I'm giving it to
there
you.
you go.
There you
I
are.
appreciate it.
Absolutely,
Thank you.
no
Thank you.
problem.
All right.
Yep. Have a great night.
You too, my man. Send me a thing. And thank you everyone for watching and tuned in. All right, we'll try it again tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. See you then.
Yep.
All
I'll
right.
text you.
All right.
All right.
Later.
Peace.